Alright guys, time to go back again today. Hope you're all doing well and enjoying your day so far, and as the days tick down to the kickoff classic, Shotzi's trying his best not to leak a major announcement that it seems Optic have just around the corner, but despite trying, things that may slightly have slipped through the cracks. Very much intrigued to get your thoughts in the comment section below. If you enjoyed the video, hitting a like button is the best thing you can do. Top of the channel reaching new people, please do subscribe as well if you have not yet already. First of all, this is a cracking video, I'm pretty sure, that came up from LA Thieves early last year. It has uses for many different occasions. Paris Legion content is certainly one of them. 2022, it's looking kind of slow. But yeah, maybe their team performances will outweigh what they're doing on the content front. I think they might have put a tweet out a couple of days ago, so congratulations. But, Paris versus LA Thieves is a matchup at the start of the kickoff, so interesting stuff, no doubt. Let's talk briefly about what's going on in the Challengers world, because some drama, frankly, going on here once again, which, there's no surprises there. In North America, is General Havoc, Kismet, and Brezzy that win the Challengers Cup number 4. Brezzy, you guys might know, a French player, I'm pretty sure, from Enigma 6 a couple of years ago. I guess he was teaming with General at that time as well. In the European side, for the first time, I'm pretty sure, the Real Madrid Spaniards, they lose a series. They lost to Watson, I'm pretty sure, at least they lost early on, and they may have lost to them in the grand finals once again. So Watson and co, congratulations to these lads. Cronus and co win in the APAC region, and then it's Sucre and the guys, I'm pretty sure, that won last time out, that win the Latin American side as well. So we do know that the best team, I'm pretty sure, from each of these regions will go to the Pro-Am Classic in the end of April sometime. So definitely it pays to be the best team in this region right now. Let's talk about this as well, the one the Challengers front, because as Shift says, which I thought was frankly remarkable, we've heard people talking about this last year, that, Shift and a load of people are trying their best, right, to give the promotion to the Challenger scene as much as they possibly can. But due to the reason of not wanting to share strats, right, in Search and Destroy, they are a lot of the pro players, a lot of the amateur players, right, who aren't even pros yet, who of course are trying to be pros, which you'd think a good way to do that might be to get some exposure. They'll say to the likes of Shift and people trying to broadcast it, no, we don't want you streaming our matches because you're going to give away our Search and Destroy strats. It's like, come on, there's surely bigger priorities. These guys complain why they don't get a spot in the league, and then, they deny the opportunity to actually get the promotion that might get them a spot in the league if a pro player is having to be watching and says, okay, this guy looks pretty good in this matchup, but it wasn't streamed because they didn't want to hide some Search and Destroy strats from their opponents, which really can't be all that much of a big deal. Like, it's really not rocket science here out in Call of Duty. This actually was Zero Right says, just being real here, Challengers players, no one cares what y'all are doing on the map. COD isn't rocket science. The only way to go to the next level is to be seen. Everyone should be doing everything they can to put themselves out there, unless of course you're hacking, right? That is the thing. Maybe you don't want your POV streamed if something dodgy is going on. So good implication really here from Zuma, saying, look, if you say no to Shift and the other guys that are trying to do this, then you're actually maybe implying that you might be doing something dodgy, right, as opposed to trying to hide some strats behind the scenes. So really strange. Not sure why this is a conversation topic every single year, frankly. Like, it seems like such a no-brainer, but for whatever reason, it's still a topic of conversation. Like, as Taco Academy said again, me getting access to Challenger strats just to find out they are the Rush A or Rush B. Like, what's the point watching all this stuff? I don't understand it, frankly. It's it's not like there's anything crazy going on. And obviously, I'll get it if you're on the Pro League side, because there's important money on the line. But the number one goal is to get into the Pro League, right, if you're Challengers, especially with the lack of support in that region right now. You got to get out of there as quick as you possibly can. Strange situation, no doubt. Let's dive into this then, because yesterday I mentioned that Optic Nation, or now the Optic Texas channel, is now called Optic Nation. Now, what I didn't notice, thanks to Optic Texas Intel finding this one, is that the Dallas Empire channel has also now changed to Optic Texas. So I thought that maybe what they were doing is just going for the kind of overall Optic thing, because they've still got Optic Gaming as the main channel with like 1 million subs or something. Then Optic, this is like the former Optic Chicago, or I guess the former Chicago Huntsman, then Optic Chicago, then Optic Texas, now Optic Nation channel, which I guess is going to have like kind of more general content. That's now the second channel fall behind the Optic Gaming one. And then there's now this Optic Texas one officially, which it still has pretty much a lot of Dallas Empire stuff on there. Nothing has been uploaded on this one as of yet, but it is interesting to see what's going on in this one, because I imagine this might be connected in some part to what Shotzi's talking about right here. So he does another vlog last night. I'm surprised, right? Shotzi's been killing it on the consistency. I thought maybe we'd get one every week, every few days or something, but he banged out another one last night. And I'll share a couple of clips for you guys of this right now. So effectively he says there's a big announcement coming soon. He says, look, his history as Leaksy, he doesn't want to say all that much, but he says, look, I'll do some behind the scenes stuff at the venue where we're recording it. Not really sure if he can say where we're recording it, even though I'm pretty sure we can figure it out, and what the implication of this might potentially be. And also Illy grinding some European 8 in the background.
Right now, I'm not sure if I could actually say where I'm going to be honest, because it's gonna be like a cool announcement. So I'm not sure exactly what details I could share on that. But I'm going somewhere with the team and a few others to do something. That's what, all right, anyways, catch you guys when I get to when we go to where we're supposed to go. I'm not sure if I could say it, but let me get confirmation. that I could say where we're at before I do it. Okay, so yeah. I just got back to the HQ. Right now we're about to start practice, but I recorded a little bit of, behind the scenes of what's happening or what's going to be announced. Yeah, I didn't want to show too much, obviously, because it's a surprise, but right now we're about to scrim. We got Brandon and Inder all the way over there doing their thing. Doing their thing, their casual thing. Yeah, we're about to scrim right now, and yeah, catch you guys out.
Right tank still there. Right tank hurt. He's still there, right tank. One chuck. Try staying down. There's just running water.
Just got done with scrims. Currently headed out to go back home to stream. As you can see in that clip, Inder's literally playing EU8 because our second set got shocked. No one wants it more than this guy, man. I'm telling you. But
so this was one of the screenshots, right, of you can see Scump right here. So it looks like some sort of content shoot. You got Mattu in the foreground with the, with the kind of lighting stuff going on. So they're clearly doing some sort of content thing. Now this either is some sort of announcement for the season, right? Because if Scump, Seer, and Shotzi basically said the team is going, so you'd imagine it's the COD team involved rather than just like general Optic content creators and stuff like that. But you would imagine it's either a content thing for the season in general, like getting things ready, like media day type thing, or it's something to do with this actual stadium itself. So you can very clearly see in the background, this looks very similar. In fact, it is the same stadium that they played the Stage 4 major, the Stage 5 major at, and the kickoff is going to be in a few days' time. This is the Esports Stadium in Arlington. You can tell because you can see the logo right here, like what this is looking like. I found this image as well. You can see in the bottom right-hand side, Esports Stadium Arlington. That's the logo they're going for. And if you really want to zoom into the kind of wording here, it says Esports Stadium Arlington, I'm pretty sure as well. So, yeah, pretty clear that's where they ended up. And, well, anyway, this could be well connected to this that came out a few days ago from Sean Collins, and also Hastro did go on to confirm that they've acquired the operating license to Esports Stadium in Arlington. So I'm not sure, like, I guess this hasn't been officially confirmed by Optic, but Astro has said it. So I'm not sure whether this is the announcement they're preparing for or what it is, but maybe they're doing something about when the Optic Texas LAN is going to be coming up, because we know that Stage 4, Stage 5 will run very successfully at this venue. The Kickoff Classic is happening there as well, and Optic Texas are now going to have the licenses to run events at that venue going forward, at least for the next, like, 3 years or something. The next 8 years, actually. 8 years they're going to have this venue for if they want to use it. So you would think, of course, they would use it for their LAN event in, I guess, the end of March or something, right? Is the LAN event that the Optic guys are going to have. So I guess they might be prepping something for that, so they can get everything out there. Or it's something entirely different and might be somewhat closer related to, this thing with Optic Texas having a new channel. Interesting stuff for sure. This also, right, given Illy's been on a rampage, I thought that was pretty impressive that he was playing European 8s. Like, there's definitely some guys that just want it more, right? Illy is one of them. Some players don't like playing 8s. They don't really like going above and beyond to play the game in, in situations like that, especially when they have to play on a ping disadvantage. Illy's one of the guys that doesn't matter, right? He's going to go through the pain no matter what, and, he just enjoys competing, right? He just enjoys playing Call of Duty. Of course, that's a pretty big thing. Other players have kind of been struggling with that as well, right? Because Gunless, we know he's kind of like a pub kid, right? He'll just play pubs all the time. Now, in this game, he, I think he was tweeting a couple of weeks ago that he wasn't having the greatest time doing so. It's difficult, I guess, to keep the motivation up to play a load of public matches right now, especially with the state of this game. But, to be fair to Dashi and Gunless right here, as Gunless says, just got in your pub, huge fan, man. I'm pretty sure Shotzi as well, often before he goes live with that, before he goes into 8s and plays scrims and stuff like this, he'll often stream some, he'll stream some pubs as well. So it seems like a lot of these guys right now are kind of gearing up in that sense. And it's obviously important, right? Because you would think that early on in the game, you might actually have some fun playing pubs. But, definitely with Vanguard, I think it's been a bit of a struggle. But some of these guys definitely doing it. Some of these guys, there's been some talk about, some teams, are they really putting in the time that they need to be? And I'm sure that stuff is going to play itself out this season, right? So the Optic guys seemingly really on top of things from all fronts at the present time. Let's dive into a few more things on the challenges front, just in terms of how they could potentially improve things going forwards. Because a lot of frustration about this, and certainly understandably so, from Centre, for example. Man, I can't help but feel for all my friends in challenges. These players are 21-year-old grown men playing COD for 8 hours a day, making less than $5,000 a year, in hopes to be one of the 5 people who get a contract in the Call of Duty League. Something has to change, he says. It's a really difficult spot, because there's pretty much no organizations right now in challenges, because why would you support it, right? There's basically nothing to be gained for organizations giving salaries to these guys, because if they get the opportunity, they'll go straight into the league, and they don't want to be held to too many contract difficulties and stuff like this, right? If you don't sign for an organization, then it gives you a better opportunity to get picked up by a team that doesn't want to pay a buyout, all this type of stuff that will cause issues. Therefore, all the organizations in challenges, pretty much apart from, I think, UIU, have dipped out of there, and most of these players not really making any money, and with no guarantee of expansion, it's really difficult to actually make your way out of this type of situation. And Exceed says, I think this is kind of like one of the options teams that we could go down the route of, at least if the CDL kind of, will force it to happen. Because at the end of the day, the teams have already paid a lot of money to get into this league. The operating costs are already pretty high. They're not making a profit anyway. They don't necessarily want to then be forced to have to pay for a Challengers team on top of that. But I think it would be something that really would help the ecosystem if Challengers or if the pro teams were forced to have an academy squad. We saw it with London, I think, very briefly. We saw it with LAG last year. New York had one as well. Most teams haven't really had one. And of course, there's no real necessarily benefit for them doing so, to put that money in if the other teams are not going to. But if all the teams were forced to have Challenger rosters and all have academy teams effectively, then you would have a pretty crazy second tier of the scene. That would be fantastic. At the same time, is this a realistic request? Is it something that's actually going to happen? Because it seems like it's difficult enough right now to keep the pro scene ticking over, let alone the academy size. And of course, if the Call of Duty League was to mandate this, I don't think that many of these organizations, maybe Los Angeles Guerrillas, come in again and do it like they did last year. But unless the CDL said, look, you have to, or like all these teams are doing it and there's actually incentive to do so, it's just going to be tough to happen. But if that doesn't happen, it's tough to see how Challengers goes forward, because so many players are dipping out right now. They're going to Halo, they're just straight up retiring, and who can blame them right in the present state of things? And just to finish up with this pretty insane statistic here from Simp, really, as Lineman points out in these cards. Of course, he came into the Black Ops 4 season relatively late in the title, but still, the series win-loss of this guy, and of course the last couple of years hasn't been as many matches to lose, but it's just absurd. He's never lost double-digit series in a season in his career. So Black Ops 4, 38-9 on a United, 28-9 on Atlanta FaZe in Modern Warfare, and then 37-7 last year, the best yet on Atlanta FaZe. We'll have to see if they get similar stuff this year. Some of these statistics in general are just completely ridiculous. He's never not made a grand finals at champs. It's just absurd. But very much intrigued to your thoughts and all this stuff down below. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy it, hit in the like button. Tell us the YouTube gods this is a good video. I just like you should see it as well. And I've grown the competitive Call of Duty community. Thank you for watching as always. Take care. And I will see you next time.